Have you ever judged a book by its cover and were completely wrong? That is what I did with this Rock Island M22 A18. This thing looked like a horrible version of a 22 AR, and turns out it is a freaking awesome plinker. This is all thanks to Shooters Express. Shooters Express helped out with this video, and I can't thank them enough. It allows me to try really weird and unique guns like this, and if you missed the most recent pawn shop challenge that we just did, it's definitely worth taking a look at. Now, the first thing I want to mention about this particular gun, it seems like it's a Turkish import brought in by Rock Island. With the gun itself, some pretty interesting sights, which we'll talk about in a second, and two 10-round magazines. This one also features a threaded barrel, adjustable stock, and the looks, although not quite the same, as an AR, but chambered in 22 long rifle. Now, when I first saw this, I was really dissuaded by the cheap polymer handguard, the weird polymer front sight, and the polymer carry handle. It was trying to be an AR, but it wasn't. And when you feel it, it feels like a plastic 22 rifle. But as you get to shoot it, as you get to use it, you realize its potential as a great budget plinker with an MSRP right around $2 bills. I mean, it's got a lot of features for the money. Let's talk about the specs and features, why this actually surprised me down at the range, and why I like it so much with this infield review, starting at the back, working our way to the front. Now, this comes with an adjustable stock, and the stock on this is actually fairly nice. It's not similar to anything I've seen before in the standard AR market, but it does have a lot of features that kind of coalesce into this one with a rubberized butt pad, QD slots, adjustable comb height, and a really nice adjustment on the rear. And overall, it works out incredibly well. In fact, this is probably the most quality piece of furniture on this entire TM22. Now, the grip itself appears to be swappable, but I haven't tried it. It's a rubberized grip, fairly ergonomic. I would lose the little finger guard right here. I'm not a huge fan of finger guards, but not that big of a deal. Moving up, the controls are fairly ergonomic. Now, you have very similar controls on an AR, although they're a little bit different. A very micro compact button right here to release the mag. The mag is friction fit. This will not drop free. It is a friction fit mag. For me, that's frustrating. I love drop free mags, but I understand that potentially on a 22 because of the very finicky nature of a 22 rifle. A lot of times if the mag is cockeyed or moved or bounced or hit or touched, the gun will jam. This one does not move, it does not rattle, it does not shift, allowing for incredible reliability when it comes to feeding. So 10 out of 10 on the feeding of the mags, 5 out of 10 on the fit of the mags, but it is a give and take on a 22, and I can let that one slide. Now, moving to the other side, the safety on this is in the similar position of an AR, but it feels more of like a 1911 competition style safety with a very minimal travel. Again, not the same as an AR, so it's different in training, same placement, and I actually like this a lot better. It's very easy to manipulate, very easy to control, audible and tactile. The safety is actually freaking awesome on this gun. Now, this is a reciprocating charging handle on the bolt, non-reversible, but your hand stays out of the way because when this is moving, your hand's either on the handguard or down at the mag well, and it stays out of the way of the reciprocating charging handle. Some of the cons, this did come with a polymer carry handle, which worked, but it's cheap. It feels cheap, it looks cheap, but it did okay. I immediately pulled that off and put on an LPVO because I wanted to use this as kind of like a mid-range plinker. The Monstroms do really good up close, far away, and they are a very affordable option, especially the Landons with an MSRP of right around a C note. So really nice on this, a good match. Now, to get that to work great, I actually removed the front sight post. Now, the front sight post was a polymer front sight post, which had a couple of clamps on here. Pulled that right off, and I feel like it's a more streamlined approach and it's a more functional setup without that front sight post. The polymer handguns, or the polymer handguards, they're okay. They're mediocre, they do a good job, they keep the heat away from your hands, and in fact, I don't hate them, but a nice little polymer M-lock up here would be much better if you wanted to throw a bipod or a light or something like that, or even an IR module, a clip-on, something like that would be nice if these were M-lock. They attach with this knurled screw right here, so maybe there are other options on the market. Not quite sure yet. This is actually a heavy profile barrel, and it's not a barrel sleeve like a lot of other cheaper 22s that have an internal barrel with a sleeve around them. This is truly a heavier profile barrel, threaded 1/2x28, ran a can on the end, and that thing is awesome. Now, that's the general specs and features. Oh, this is a polymer top rail. I was a little worried about that losing zero, but it seems to hold fine on a 22. Now let's talk about the reliability, function, and performance down at the range. And this is where it really blew me away. Right out of the bat, the trigger is amazing on this little 22. It's a really good flat face trigger. I was shocked. Reliability, 100% functional, and this is not ammo picky. It's not ammo picky when it comes to reliability. It functions standard velocity ammunition right around 1,000 FPS, all the way up to high velocity stuff without any issues whatsoever. Bulk pack ammo, more premium CCI, didn't matter. It ate it up, it spit it out. That is absolutely awesome. Now the feed, again, out of the mags was great. The only problem is these are 10-round mags. I mean, we're in 2025 and you get two 10-round mags. Come on, there is a million other options, and maybe because of import restrictions, they could only bring them in with 10-round mags, and I haven't looked for aftermarket mags yet, but 10 rounds is really like 2012. We need to be bumping up the round count. Don't worry, YouTube safe. This has been 10 rounds the entire time, so please don't demonetize this video. Speaking of that, these videos get hit, restricted all the time. I'd greatly appreciate your support, a comment, a share. It goes a long way. Now, when it comes to accuracy, this didn't mind if it was 36 grain, 40 grain ammo, 1,000 feet per second, 1,400 feet per second. It ran. It was a little tack driver. Did most of my shooting for accuracy at 50 yards. It was stacking them on top of each other. Great little varmint hunting rig, especially with the addition of the can on the end. In summary, again, I want to give a huge shout out to Shooters Express for making this possible. Without shooter support, again, these videos wouldn't be possible at the rate we are doing them. So thank you to these guys. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Do you still think this thing looks too weird to try out? I did it first. I let it sit for a while. I finally took a chance, and I'm glad I did. Love to hear your opinions. Thanks for watching. Have a good one.